How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So here's what we are doing today. We are going to be tying up some little crappie jigs, and honestly, that is one of my favorite lures to make. It's one of my favorite lures to use because it just flat out catches fish. Like, I have caught, between my significant other and myself, we've caught a ton of different fish species on them, and even shellfish on them. My girlfriend, she caught a clam on one, a flippin' freshwater clam. It is so outrageous, but we have slapped crappie, we have slapped perch, little bass you've seen in the backyard pond with them. So we're gonna tie some up and I'm gonna show you how to do it. We are back with the jerry-rigged fly tying setup. So just like with the other video with the bucktail jigs, you can make these crappie jigs for very inexpensive. So I'll show you a little bit of like what we're using. So I just have these pipe cleaners, or I think at the hobby store they're called like Camille sticks or however it's pronounced, but it's similar to what you'd use in fly tying, but a heck of a lot cheaper at like a hobby store like Joann's or Hobby Lobby to get those and get like a bunch of them for cheap, rather than going to like Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, or like a specialty fly fishing store and getting them. Cons to maybe this, I think with these, since they're wire, eventually they probably will start to rust, but I don't think that's going to make a whole lot of difference since you're making them for pretty cheap. And then at Walmart, you can just go get your Eagle Claw ball head jigs. These are 1/16 ounce. I feel like it's a pretty good size for crappie jigs. You can go bigger. You can go up to probably a quarter is what I wouldn't make these with anything heavier than, a quarter of an ounce, in my unprofessional opinion. But I got these pheasant feathers, so I got a couple of these. We're gonna a couple. I got like a whole cape, so ooh. This is a tough choice. I think I'm gonna go with this one to start with. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shorten that pheasant feather just a little bit. I'm gonna cut a bit of the quill off. I'm just not a fan of how long it is. And again, put down some newspaper. Just makes for a quick and easy setup, and your significant others won't get mad at you because, hey, you're cleaning up after yourself. So with this, let's get a bunch of wraps on it just to get it secured and tied down. That is not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. And then what I like to do is take these. It's gonna be flashy, y'all. And again, just like the bucktails, it's been a while since I did this, so I believe how I would do this is I would just start at the head and just wrap it like this and just get my thread out of the way, and I would just wrap it like that and wrap it pretty tight just because you don't want that going anywhere. Ooh, look at that. That's so pretty. Alright, and then we're gonna make kind of a sweeping wrap up back to the head. Get that nice and snug. And take a good pair of scissors and just clips right off. Get that tucked in, and then we're just gonna do a couple wraps around with our thread, kind of get it built up a little bit, and we're gonna tie it off. Now with this, since everything is like on there pretty good, as far as like wrapping, like everything's pretty secure, this isn't gonna go anywhere. So honestly, I'm not going to use as much super glue, but just a little dab of super glue. Just cut that off close. We can super glue it. Alright, and we are done, and that is a good looking crappie jig. It is a lot bulkier than I've normally made them, but I think this will still be a fish munching machine. I think for the next one, I'm gonna trim it a little bit shorter, but typically, because I just got these pheasant feathers, and so I wanted to make some jigs out of them, but typically I've just used marabou, and that works very well. Has honestly, like, it's, if you've ever worked with it before, it's kind of like this softer stuff right here. It's like just breathes and moves so like fluid in the water. It's crazy. And I think that's why like little fish hit these so well, because honestly, like when I was fishing not too long ago in the little backyard pond with that crappie jig, like caught a few little bass on them, and we've caught tons of fish on these. They just outright work, and you can make these for super cheap, cheaper than what you can get them at the store, you know, not initially like with the costs of, you know, buying a few things like the jig heads, if you want to get marabou and like this. But honestly, like, there's nothing like catching a fish on a lure that you made. On to the next one here. So I cut this one a bit shorter, and this one's not as stiff either. This one has a lot more play to it. And we're just gonna tie us up another one. This will be the last one that we tie up for the video. But anyway, we got that, and we're gonna go with yellow. But I used to go crazy with the jig heads. I'd get like a bunch of different colors, but honestly, just go with black. Black's probably the best color that you can do, and go crazy with your other colors. Like, go crazy with like what color you're gonna make the body, or like go crazy with the color that you're gonna make the tail section, because that's where I think doesn't matter a whole lot what the head color is. I think it matters more like what the bulkiest parts of this is going to be. And honestly, that looks cool. Like the yellow, or like chartreuse, the fisherman's yellow, and then this natural color, and then it got kind of like iridescent greens, purples through there. Oh, that is saucy. That is saucy. There we go. That's all she wrote. Alright, that's going to wrap it up. You know, we tied our two little crappie jigs here. And honestly, you know, if you're a duck hunter, a pheasant hunter, or, you know, a deer hunter with your bucktails, like, give this a try. This is something fun to do. And like I said, there's nothing like catching a fish on like something that you made. And I'm probably going to do a video where we're going to go out, try to catch some crappie with these. Hopefully do a catch and cook, because I think a fish fry sounds pretty darn good right now. But I love this one. I love the green kind of iridescence of the end of that feather. And if you guys want any of these, like, honestly, I'll make a bunch up. I'll send them out to you. Probably just, you know, have you pay for shipping or something. So if you're interested in that or some bucktails, like, hit me up, send me a message on Instagram at BeyerLureCo, same as the YouTube here, and I'll send some out your way, and you can catch some big old crap ass. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd really enjoy it if you subscribed, liked the video, and let me know what you think of it. But anyway, until next time, I'll see you later.